Hello everyone, welcome. In today's video, we will talk about graphs, the theory, the concepts regarding graphs, how important it is to learn various graphs, and what results we can conclude from it. Okay, so it's going to be a very interesting lecture. So, guys, if you like my video, if today's video or all the previous video whichever you have seen, please tell me in the comment box. Okay. Okay, so let's start with graph theory today. It's gonna be to make a good concept about graph. Okay, so we will start from the basic, from the very basic we will start. So first graph which we will know before starting harder ones, we will go from the easiest ones. Okay, so let's see y is equals to c, where c is what? C is a constant. Okay, the graph of this y is equals to c. Now it said that c is greater than 0, so then the graph of y with x, suppose this is c, then the graph will be what? A straight line. If it was said that c is less than 0, that is it is a negative, then the graph will be what? If suppose this is c, then it will be in this way. Okay, whatever the value of x is, it doesn't matter. Y has got a fixed value, that is c. Suppose y is 2. If this is 2, then this will be the graph. Now for y equals to x, you can see from this, when x is 0, okay, so when my x is 0, wait a second, yes, y is equals to x, when x is 0, then y is 0, right? So it will pass from origin. Okay, so the graph of this is what? A straight line passing from the origin. Okay, now if I would say that y is equals to 2x, then what will you say? What will be the graph for y equals to 2x? What will you say for y equals to 2x? Same graph. We will get the same graph for y equals to 2x. The graph which is passing from the origin. Okay, so whether it is y equals to x or whether it is y equals to 2x, we are going to get the same graph. Now next, for y equals to x square, what will we get? This is a parabola, right? This is a parabola. So for this, if this is x and if this is y, we are going to get the graph as this. At x equals to 0, y equals to 0. At x equals to infinity, y is also equals to infinity, right? But at x equals to minus infinity, y is what? Infinity. So both graph we will get which is pointing towards infinity, not towards minus infinity. Okay, so this is our parabola equation. Okay, now if I would say x square equals to y, then what we will get? We will get in this way. This is x, this is y. Okay, if I would say that x square equals to y, then we will get in this way. Now if I say that y equals to minus of x square, then what will we get? Minus of x square. At x equals to 0, y equals to 0. At x equals to infinity, y is equals to minus infinity. At x equals to minus infinity, y is equals to minus infinity, right? So I will get in this way. This is x, this is y. So at y equals to minus x square, I will get in this way. Okay. Now, if I say, now also for x square equals to minus ay, how we will get? We will get in this way. Okay. Since I am discussing all the parabola graphs, so I will discuss few more. Like suppose if the graph is like this, that is our equation is like this, then at x equals to 0, we are getting y square equals to minus ax naught, right? So our center will be shifted from origin to here, that is at x equals to x naught. Okay, when y equals to 0, x is what? X naught. So our center will be shifted along the positive x-axis. Now if it was said that y square is equals to a x plus x naught, then when y is equals to 0, x is what? Minus of x naught. Then our graph will be shifted along negative x-axis. This is minus of x naught. Okay, clear? Okay. Now for y equals to x cube, our graph will be like how? First let's go like when x is equals to 0. See, this nature you should learn, okay? But first we will know how to plot. When x equals to 0, y equals to 0. When x is equals to infinity, y is equals to infinity. When x equals to minus infinity, y is equals to what? Minus infinity. So this is one point we are getting. And at x equals to infinity, y is also infinity. So our graph will be like this. This is our graph for y equals to x cube. Now, if y equals to x to the power 5, x to the power 7, and dot dot dot, we are going to get the same type of graph. Okay, like previously I said about y equals to x square. If y is x to the power 4, x to the power 6, we will get the same type of graph. Okay, so this you should know. Now we will know what is a symmetric or a antisymmetric, that is for a function, for symmetric function and for an antisymmetric function. How we will get to know? There will be a symmetry. Okay, see, I am telling you. See, for symmetric function, when can we say a function is symmetric? When a function of minus of x is equals to f of x, then we say that the function is symmetric. For example, suppose y is equals to x square minus 10. Now if we put f of minus of x, then we will get what? Same, this is fx. So here what? F of minus of x is what? Fx. Now if we draw this, now suppose y is equals to x square, then f of minus of x, what will I get? Minus of x square, that is f of x. Now if I plot this, what will I get? I will get it this way. Now if this is symmetric with respect to y axis, right? Now if I fold this graph with respect to this, I will get this portion. I will get, right? So this is a symmetric about y-axis. This is a symmetry about y-axis. Example of this is like cos function is our symmetric function. Sec function is our symmetric function. We will go through details about this. Now, suppose y equals to x. Now f of minus of x, that is we put minus of x instead of x, what will I get? Minus of x, which is not equals to fx, which is equals to minus of fx. This is our antisymmetric function. So if I plot this, what will I get? I will get this. Now is this symmetric function about y-axis? If I fold this, will I get here? I will get this thing. but this is not there in my graph. I am not getting this part, right? So this is not symmetric about y-axis, but this is symmetric about origin. If I fold this from origin, I will get this part, right? So this is symmetric about origin, not about y-axis. This is the property of an anti-symmetric function, okay? Symmetric about origin, not about y-axis. Okay? Now, next, we will first see some more curves related to our straight line equation. We know our straight line equation is what? Y is equals to mx plus c. Where c is what? It is the intercept, and m is what? Our slope, right? Now suppose we have the equation y is equals to x plus 4. Then at x equals to 0, we are getting y equals to 4. So what will be our graph like? Our graph will be, this one is, suppose this is 4. So this is our c part. Okay. Now suppose at y equals to 0, what we are getting? X equals to minus 4. So this is minus 4. So our graph will be joining this 2 point. Suppose this is 4, this is y axis, this is x axis, this is minus x, and this is minus of y. So this is our graph for y equals to x plus 4. Okay. Now if I am getting y equals to x minus 4, then at x equals to 0, I am getting y equals to minus 4. Okay. And at y equals to 0, x equals to 4. Correct? Right? So, how will be my graph will be? You see at y equals to 0, x equals to 4. So, this is 4 and suppose this is minus 4. Now, join this 2, we will get our straight line. Okay. So, this is our resultant graph. Now, suppose y is equals to minus of x minus of 2. Then at y equals to 0, I am getting what? X equals to minus of 2. At x equals to 0, I am getting y equals to minus of 2. So now how will be our graph will be? Suppose this is minus of 2. This is minus of 2. Okay. So when x equals to 0, y is equals to minus of 2. Sorry. This is minus of 2. So when x equals to 0, y equals to minus of 2. So basically we will join this 2 point. So this is our straight line. Okay. I hope you understood this. Now suppose we are getting y equals to mod of x. Fine. Now this means what? Y is equals to x when x is greater than 0. Y equals to minus of x when x is less than 0. Correct? So this is straight line equation. But when for x positive values of x, we are getting this way, right? This is our equation. But this is not valid, right? Because we are getting y equals to minus x. So this part we will cancel, and for minus of x we will get this equation. But again this part is not valid because positive part we are getting y is proportional to x. So the ultimate result we will get is this. This is our graph for y equals to mod of x. Okay. Here also comes a concept of Dirac delta, which I will tell separately in the next video. But first, today we will just discuss graphs. Okay. Now, let's discuss another one. Suppose y is equals to x square minus of 3x. Okay. Now you see, for smaller values of x, separately if I say, then y with x square is how? How the graph is dependent y with x square? In this way. Sorry. Y when proportional to x square, this is our parabola equation, right? Then how can we draw a graph for this? For y is equals to x square? In this way, right? And y with minus 3x, right? Then how can we draw in this way, right? Now here you see for smaller value of x, which term will dominate? This term will dominate. Suppose x is 0.1. Then from x square we will get what? 0.1 square. So what will I get? 0.01. And from this term I will get 3 into 0.1. So this is what? 0.3. So which term do you think will dominate? This one, right? So for smaller value of x, we will get minus of 3x. Okay? And for larger value of x, suppose x is 7. Suppose. Then 7 square, that is 49, and 3 into 7, that is 21. So which term do you think will dominate? This term will dominate, right? So for smaller value of x, our minus 3x will dominate, and for higher value of x, our x square will dominate. So since minus 3x, so for smaller value, we will draw, since my drawing is not so good, so this is for smaller value of x, and for higher value we know this is parabola equation, so this one will be like this, and here also you will get like this. Okay, so this is will be our graph. Okay, now at this point, that is here at x equals to 0, yes, y equals to x square minus 3x, so obviously it will pass through origin, because at x equals to 0 we will get y equals to 0, so it will pass through origin. Okay, so this will be our resultant graph. Now suppose, let's do one with x cube also. Suppose our equation is y is equals to x square x minus of 2. Okay, so here if we solve, we are getting x cube minus 2x. We know the nature of y equals to x cube. This is our nature, correct? And y with minus 2x, this is our nature. Okay, so for smaller value always this will dominate, and at larger values this will dominate. So our resultant graph will be what? Sorry, this is minus 2x square. So this one will be a parabola equation, minus 2x square. So this one will be a parabola equation in this way, since there is a minus sign there. Y is proportional to minus of x square. So for smaller value of x we will get a parabola, and for higher values of x we will get our x cube graph. So we will get in this way, right? So this is our resultant graph. See, this is my x cube part, and this is my parabola part. Okay, so now we will draw our exponential graph. Suppose y is equals to exponential x. Okay, now at x equals to 0, y is equals to 1. At x equals to infinity, y is equals to infinity. As x equals to minus infinity, y is equals to what? E to the power minus infinity, that is 1 by e to the power infinity, that is 0. Okay, so our graph will be like, at x equals to 0, y is equals to 1. Suppose this is 1. X equals to infinity, y is infinity, and at x equal to minus infinity, y is tending to 0. So this way, this is our graph nature. Okay, for y equals to e to the power x. Now for y equals to e to the power minus x, at x equals to 0, y is 1. At x equals to infinity, y is 1 by e to the power infinity, that is 0. At x equals to minus infinity, y is infinity. Correct? This time, this is x, this is y. You see this, at x equals to 0, y equals to 1, right? At x equals to infinity, y is tending to 0. So here y is tending to 0. And at x equals to minus infinity, y is infinity. So it will come from infinity. So this is our graph. Okay? Now, you see next we will do our sine and cosine. That is our trigonometric functions. suppose we are taking first sin x. Y is equals to sin x. Now you see the maximum and minimum value of sin x is what? Plus 1 and minus 1 is the minimum value, right? Now you see this, we know that sin x is this, I think you know that sin x is 0. When x is 0, sin x is 0, and x equals to pi by 2, sin x is having its maximum value, right? Now you see our graph will be, this is 0, pi, 2 pi, minus pi, and minus of 2 pi. Okay, so this one will be like this. Yes, so this is our graph for sine. Now we can clearly see that this graph is not symmetric about y-axis. Is this? No. So this is what? This is an antisymmetric function. Antisymmetric function. Basic knowledge of some graph is very important for you to know. Okay. A sign of minus of x is minus of sin x. So this is an antisymmetric function. Now let's go with y equals to cos x. Now you see again we know for cos x at x equals to 0, cos x is having its max value, that is plus 1. Now suppose this is our graph. So we will start from here and the graph will go in this way, and we will start from here and our graph will go in this way. Clear? This is our plus 1 value and this is our minus 1 value. This is our 0, this is pi by 2. Okay. So here we can clearly see that the graph is symmetric about y-axis, right? So this is a symmetric function. Also we can conclude that cos of minus of x equals to cos x. Okay. So this is graph theory part 1. If you feel it's interesting and it will be useful for exam, it will be surely, definitely it will be useful for exam, then tell me, then I will upload the part 2 of graph theory. Okay, or else we will continue with our PYQ series. Okay, thank you so much.